Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Hey, Scrim, thanks for joining. We're going to get started here in a minute. I'm just doing all the setup. If you can hear me, could you put a thumbs up? You're the first to join, so I need to confirm my audio. We'll be starting in just a minute. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Hey, Trish, thanks for joining. Can you hear me? Put a thumbs up if you can. Okay, you can hear me. Good. I'm also streaming this on YouTube tonight successfully, so that's exciting. Okay, we're just waiting for a few more people to come in. Looks like Scrim G 594 Life is here, and Trish and Art is here. So thank you both for joining. We're just focusing on a preview of what we're showing tonight. We're going to be focusing mostly on pendants, I think you can tell. But we have other goodies along the way. And we have Tanzanite rough and Larimar rough. And these are really good Tanzanites. They're not heat treated. We're going to sell those by the gram and not the carat. Let's see if I can get close. There we go. Get my lights going. There we go. That helps a little bit. So this is just a beautiful Tanzanite. I don't think it's facet grade, but what I like about it is that it's not heat treated. And you can kind of tell that because it has the multicolor. So it's pleochroic and you can see the different colors. This is kind of green on top. Oh, and then it still has that great blue color. But yeah, let's see if we can do it this way. Yeah, so we have some Tanzanite. And then these are Moldevites wrapped in 925 silver. So we'll be showing those. And then the pendants will range between $10 starts for just the straight pendants. And then the silver wrap, depending on the stone. Like this is turquoise. These two would be a $20 start. This is Petersite. It's a $15 start. This is labradorite. Flashy, flashy. That's going to be a $15 start. We've got some lapis at 20. This is garnet in feldspar, green tourmaline in feldspar, which is really a moonstone. We've got some river jasper. So it's orbicular jasper. It's just not ocean jasper. Really cute. Oh, thank you for joining. Let's say Britt Nicole. Lovely. Thanks for joining. I'm kind of giving a preview of everything. If there's anything specifically you see that you want me to run, I can. So another labradorite. This one's got more of a blue flash. This I can't. I have to bring it closer to the camera so we can see. Another Larimar. This one's one of my favorites, and it buried it. Oh, this is actually from the Paula mine in California, and it's tourmaline, two tones of tourmaline in kind of a feldspar as well. So it's got a little flash to it. So this is really kind of a moonstone here at the bottom. But yeah, so this one's a really cool one. I'm just going to do a 20 start on that one too. So these are going to be between um, 10 and $30 start, depending on the material. And then the tourmalines, we have two rainbow tourmaline slices and two tourmaline pendants. Um, these are, if you can see, it's a blue tourmaline, which is very rare, and a really saturated pink tourmaline. But what are dreamy to me, hey, Kyle, thanks for joining. Thank you. I know, multitasking, wonderful. I'm actually streaming on YouTube and whatnot, so I'm multi-streaming. Um, but the watermelon tourmalines are amazing. So you can see one example has the green outside and pink inside, and then the other one has pink outside, green inside. So I love those two. And these will be a $40 start. And again, the Moldevites, and those are a $50 start. And these are, these will run you $150 retail. I haven't listed them in my actual retail store yet, so we're going to take advantage of the discount here. And yes, they are sterling. They're 925 sterling. Both the cab wrap. So you can see. Let me take one off so you can see. And the bail. Here's the back sides. Oh, black card. You can see this really well done. And then they're all coming with a complimentary chain. So on the um, Moldevite and tourmaline, you're going to get 925 silver um, chains with, I love these little S clamps or clasp. They're so much easier to take on and off. These are 20-inch chains. Those are complimentary. And then all of the silver, 925 silver open back pendants here will have a cotton chain. That's which I find is much more comfortable than the leather. Hey, D Dog, thanks for joining. Everyone who's joining in, just this is I'm not a professional. That's the slogan for tonight. Just dropped a light. Um, please share the show. Um, be sure to follow the channel and bookmark shows so you can see these in the future. Now we're also going to take some um, sh- side lines into from pendants into some specimens here. So I've got some dioptase. That's $60 retail. We're going to start these at 20. And then I've got a selection of Colombian quartz. These are haystacks. And I have several of those. This one's 75. I think I have one that's at 60 and another one that's at 85. And then I just have some Colombian Lemurian points as well. So we'll go through those. Um, hey, IKEA plant balls. I love the name. Dawn Fit. Thanks for joining. Thank you for coming in, everyone. And then this is our mystery stone for the night. Can anybody tell me what this is? Every show I have a mystery stone. Sometimes I don't know what it is. This time I know it, but always find it interesting that people don't realize that stones can really look like this. This is not coated in any, has not had any treatment. Hey, Christopher. Yes, it's called peacock ore, but it's a chalcopyrite. So yeah, this is a pretty chunky piece and super peacock. Did I show that side yet? Oh, look at that one. Yeah, so the back side is actually prettier, in my opinion, if you like the blue of the peacock. Look at that. So we'll auction this one off too. I'm just going to do a $10 start on that. Um, and then as we go, we'll get behind and I'll show some of what's behind here just to reveal. We've got some good giveaways. I'll do some follow giveaways, so be sure you're following. And we've got a good buyer giveaway for at the end of the show for the buyers. Let's get started with our first auction, why don't we? I'm going to start. Does anybody have anything specifically they want to start with? Or have any questions before we get started? Oh, thank you, Lemon or Lemmy, Chriso Crystals. Thanks all for joining. And be sure to follow the show. Be sure to bookmark shows. Every week we do something different. Next week, I'm going to be doing some good shapes. I've got some malachite figures, some lions for Lionsgate, and turtles. The end of July, we're going to do just opening the archive of specimen collections I have. So that one will be fun. We just kind of discover it together. But today, focusing on pendants, I think we start with this big. Let's actually start with what's on top. Oh, so this one is labradorite from Madagascar. It has an amazing gold and blue flash. Open on the back. The stickers are my retail price. So if we sell it tonight, I don't have to list it on my store. So that's why I love starting them low and seeing what we can get out the door so I don't have to take photographs and list it on my website. You're saving me time, people. Love it. Labradorite from Madagascar is just beyond words. So flashy, so good. Let's start this one. I'm going to start this one at $10. And all right, we started. Anybody interested in some labradorite pendants? And the chain is complimentary. So it's a 20-inch cotton and waxed cotton thread. Um, Okay, so that one ran fast. So we're going to do fast ones just because there's so many to get through. If there's one in particular that you'd like to see, just let me know. Um, we can do this one right here. Let's see what's on top here. This is Larimar, but it's not particularly pretty. I have to admit. So Larimar, all my Larimar pendants are retailing for 40. I put this one down to 30 because the beautiful Larimar is literally on the back. And in fact, I'm going to take the sticker off so you can see. I'm not sure what they were thinking when they shaped it, but literally they had a rock ab and they polished the wrong side. But that's kind of neat because that means the pretty side's hidden. Um, and this is wrapped in 925 silver, sterling silver, and comes with a complimentary chain. I'm going to run this one for 15. So let's get started. Do, 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 do. Oh, see, I'm still learning, guys. That patience is a virtue. Let's do 12. Let's do 12, and I'll do a 15-second run. We'll start the auction. How's that? It's a great deal on a Larimar piece. You could pop this out, flip it over. If you're a lapidary person, polish the right side, then you'll have a two-sided piece. Like I said, it does come with the chain. Okay. Well, maybe we need to start with a little bit lower. What I love are these here. Let me take this right here. Um, does anybody love a little moss agate? Let's do a little moss agate. These are, I'm going to run for 6. Hopefully warm everybody up. The 6 will also be, we have aventurine for 6. We have amethyst, and this is a chevron amethyst and mahogany. But I think this is just a standout moss. So see that. Hippie Diva, thanks for joining. We're about to run this for $6 start. Pendants come with complimentary chains tonight. This one's very transparent. It's got the blue and green in it. It's a great agate piece. Okay. No pendant, people. Now, does anybody interested in the Tanzanite rough? I can do buy nows on the Tanzanite rough by gram. I'm doing $1.50 per gram, not carat, per gram. And this is great raw rough Tanzanite. It has not been heated. Here's an example I was showing earlier that really shows how it's not been heated. So if you know, Tanzanite is pleochroic. So depending on how the light's hitting the angles, you'll see 2 different colors. And you can kind of see that here with the lighter green. It's really more of a yellow brown, but it comes across as green. And then the blue. So these can definitely be polished and shaped. I just wouldn't think that it could be faceted. I don't think it's facet grade. So if anybody's interested in that, that's more of a buy it now at however many grams you're interested in buying, $1.50 a gram. The Larimar, these are really great pieces, and they're very smooth. So it's almost like they were tumbled. Again, let me put this black card up. And this is $1 per gram. So this is nice if you are making jewelry, or if you just want a piece, or if this is something you want to give to friends, because this is a finished piece. It says rough, but it's really polished and tumbled. Or Larimar just, has that better finish. And this will also be $1 a gram and have a little scale. Just let me know how much you want to spend on that. We'll do a buy it now. Is anybody interested in the Moldevite? It is pricier. as Moldavite is. These are very well done. Moldavite, transparent, wrapped in 925 silver, open back, and comes with a silver snake chain with, it's a 20-inch snake chain with an S clasp. So it's easier to get on and off if you're an old lady like me. We'll go ahead and run this if anybody's interested. I'll do it a little bit longer time. Let's see how that goes. So it is a $50 start, but I think anybody who knows about Moldavite would know this is going to be $150 every day in retail. So this is such a steal. And you're not an old lady. Um, Thank you, Kyle, but I am. Anyway, I own it. Oh my goodness, I can't get it in focus. Nobody? No takers on that? Okay, well, warm up to it. Warm up to it. We'll run it again. If there was a different one that you wanted, they're all about the same size. Um, and they come with a cute little Moldavite card that kind of tells you about Moldavite. Um, and that, to me, Moldavite is an obsidian. And I'm obsessed with obsidian, but it's really high vibration. Um, if that's of interest to you, I love um, all the stones that have really good high vibrations because they kind of lift your vibration. For some people, moldavite is a bit of too strong, and it kind of can give you a flush. I don't react to it like that, but and I have some much bigger pieces. I don't think it matters the size. The size of a moldavite isn't what's going to cause the flush. It's your reaction to it. But for those who do react well to it, it really helps um, open them up, inspire, and make that connection to other dimensions. And obsidian to me is always going to help draw out from you. It's the tektites or pseudo tektites, the glass formations are amazing in that way. Are we ready for some tourmalines? Does anybody love watermelon tourmaline as much as I do? Look at those. They're so pretty. And just so you can understand, these are slices of the tourmaline forms. You see? Yeah, it is nice, right? And it's hard to find these. And they usually slice them very thin. These aren't thin. They're wrapped in silver. They're open on the back. They're so transparent. Look at that. Um, and what I love is that you have the option here. You can either do the green with the pink center, traditional watermelon, or the reverse watermelon where it's pink and green in the center. So cool. And then blue, this indicolite is just striking. I've never seen it so saturated. It is a small piece. I don't think it's more than half an inch, but it's a complete terminated blue tourmaline piece. And I'm only starting these at $40. Wrapped in 925 silver, wrapped really well. This is a good fat piece of tourmaline. Ooh, yeah. Let me put the black card here too, so you can kind of see better. This pink saturation is amazing, and I just think everybody needs a pink tourmaline. I also think everybody needs green tourmaline. So this watermelon is amazing. The blue is very rare. What I can do is run this tourmaline set. I'll run it as buyer's choice at $40, and then you pick. Why don't we do that? We're going to start that at $40. And like I said, you get the silver chain complimentary. Sacred, it's going to be, these are all starting at 40. I'm going to retail these for 85 to 90. Like these little slices are 90. So this is really great. I have a store. Yeah, the blue one is really nice. I have a retail online store. So what I was telling everybody is that I just don't want to. Oh, yay. Good one, Sacred. It's a good buy. And whatever I sell here, I don't have to list on my website. So you get the value of me not having to go through all the trouble. And now you get to pick. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, or 4. You want the blue one. You're smart. Good one. And thank you for your purchase. You're also now qualified for the buyer givey at the end of the show. Before I run it, I'll also just set a reminder. There's a product in the shop that says, "Hey, I'm live." If you bookmark that, I'll pin that right before I run the buyer's givey in case you've gone away before I run it. Do we want to run that one more time? Anybody interested in another one? Let's do that one more time. The pink is just, it's almost like a rubelite pink, really thick piece, chunky chunks. And then the watermelons, amazing. CJ, thanks for joining. We're running a buyer's choice on tourmaline pendants wrapped in 925 silver with complimentary chains. Any interest? Oh, okay. So we'll move on. I'm gonna put these to the side. Anybody else interested, feel free to let me know and we can run it again. Moving on from pendants for a minute, or is anybody interested in any of these pendants? I want to run this one. I know it's kind of buried deep. Let me grab this. So I'm going to bring these close so you can kind of see. So this is from the Paula Mine in California. It's an aquamarine with the lighter and darker aqua. And then it's in the feldspar. So it kind of has a little flash. There we go. You see that? Beautiful. Again, wrapped in 925 silver. I'm going to retail this for 40. It'll sell for 40 every day, but we're going to start this at 15. Let's get that one going. This one's just a beauty. If there's any other in this stack that you're interested in, just let me know. We can talk about the price and the start price. All of these shapes are starting at $6. So if you want me to run one of those, let me know. Right now, we're going to run this aqua. Woo. I'm doing all this with one one hand. Okay, let's see. We're going to start that at 15. Okay, let's take the sticker off so you can see the back because it is open back. It's just as pretty on the back, if not prettier. It's the full aqua back there. And wrapped in 925. It's really professionally done. Um, my source on these actually takes the full material, picks what he can for specimens, makes others into shapes, but he picks the best for the pendants. And this was just beautiful. No takers on the aqua. Well, we'll come back to that one. I know that one's going to catch somebody's eye. So we'll put that one back up. I also have this green tourmaline, if anybody's interested in that. I think everybody needs a good green tourmaline. Just completely heart centers you. This one is garnet in a feldspar, open back. Let's do let's do an obsidian. Should just bring these close. It's getting windy in Las Vegas. I hope everyone's having a nice summer and having better weather than the hot days of Las Vegas. Okay. Texas, thank you for coming in. Texas timepieces. All right. So this is a nice mahogany obsidian. It's called mahogany obsidian because of the color, but it is just obsidian with some iron inclusions. These are, very lightweight, sit comfortably. It comes with this cotton cord chain that's been waxed and sealed. Nobody's taken on that one. Okay, no problem. So, oh, anybody want to move on to shapes? We've got a couple spheres to choose from tonight. Um, we've got septarian sphere and a labradorite. It's really spectralite. Let me bring it up. Oh, let me see. As I juggle, look at that craziness. Labradorite. Hey, Diane, thanks for joining. Um, Labradorite is one of those stones that just kind of helps keep you centered and balanced. It with the reflection kind of helps reflect what you're feeling. Um, and especially when you're at work and somebody's coming in and trying to bring down your mood. I love having some labradorite on the desk. So it doesn't bring you down. And whenever I'm, having difficult conversations, I hold on to it. It's really connected with the throat chakra and the upper chakras, so it's very inspirational, but rarely is it this flashy. And so this is Madagascar spectralite. This is a 3.5 inch, 3.5 inch, 2.5 pounds. So the shipping will be a little bit expensive, but I'm only running this for $60. In retail, it's $123. Are we interested in that one? Thank you everyone for joining. If there's something that you see that you're interested in, just let me know. I'm just kind of running through some shapes right now. We were working on pendants earlier. This is just super flash. If I can find the flash again, there we go. I mean, it's just all flashy. Um, Spectralite labradorite from Madagascar. We're going to go ahead and run that. I'm going to actually run that for, I'm going to run that for 40. I know I said 60, but I can't help myself. Somebody needs this in their home. And the shipping is going to be a little bit pricey. So I got that. So we're taking that down to 40. It's 3.5 inch sphere. This is a monster. Um, any takers on that? Everybody needs a good labradorite sphere in their life. Okay. Hot dog. So glad you joined, hot dog. Now, last week, our mystery stone was a septarian geode. This week, we have septarian spheres. Now, this is a little 1 inch sphere. And we're going to start this at $5. It also has the superpower of calcite UV. It's hard to UV in the middle of the day, but you see what I'm saying. It's a superpower. Septarian's a very good grounding stone. And at 1 inch, it can be a good palm stone, a fidget stone. When you feel nervous, it can really help ground you. And the yellow calcite is very activating. So I love to have those around. I don't actually have a sphere. I'm gonna have to hold on to one of those. But let me run this. and it is going to start at $5. It comes with the complimentary little stand, and you get into the buyer givey. So you have to join. You have to buy something and get into the buyer givey. Anybody interested? Oh, we're running down 8 seconds. J Bump needs a septarian sphere from Madagascar. No takers right now. Okay, we're gonna put that to the side. We'll put that to the side. Just to remind everyone, I have Tanzanite rough, unheated. Tanzanite, $1 a gram. We can do a buy now. If you just let me know how much, I'm sorry, $1.50 per gram. Just let me know how much you want to buy and we can do a buy now. And then Larimar rough at $1 per gram, not carat, gram. And the Larimar is really almost already polished. So this is almost a finished stone, but it's just pieces. So whether you're making jewelry or just want a piece of Larimar, that's a great value. Anybody want me to run this dioptase? Hey, Peaches Beal, Wolcott, thank you all for joining. Thank you for coming in and checking out Mystic Parcel. We run these shows every Thursday night and at 6 p.m. I'm still relatively new. This is my third show. But if there's anything you're interested in, you see in the background, you're specifically looking for, I'd be happy to run that. This is dioptase from the Congo. It's actually a plate. This specific specimen is a plate. So no matrix, very sparkly. It needs to be a little cleaned, right? I don't, if I was going to list it on my website, I'm going to clean it first. But if you can save me the time, I'm going to pass on the discount to you. So I'm going to list it for $60. I'm going to start this for 20. Let's run this dioptase for $20. That is a steal. It's becoming so rare to get a good piece of dioptase. I know, Kyle. I've got some really good dioptase specimens from Kyle as well. Everybody, Kyle Rockhounds, World of Rockhounds is also, he streams on YouTube and sells on the weekend. So check out World of Rockhounds on YouTube. Um, Anybody interested in this piece for $20? Oh my goodness, no takers on the 20? Okay. Well, if you change your mind, get interested, just feel free to let me know. And I do have a couple of other specimens of dioptase. This one's a bit chunkier. Got matrix though. So, but they're all going to run for 20. I have some super gemmy piece. So if anybody's interested in dioptase. Now, has anybody ever heard of Colombian quartz? Colombian quartz is known for being super clear, super straight, super terminated. And sometimes they come out like haystacks. This one is a lower quality haystack, in my opinion, because it's got a little bit of matrix on it. So I'm just going to retail this for 60, and we would run that for 20. Hey, everyone. Thanks for joining. Thanks for coming in. Stay a while, like the show, follow the channel. This is my super duper. Look at that beauty. And it honestly doesn't sit on the acrylic stand very well because this point goes all the way through and is terminated. So this is a double terminated that goes all the way through. And I'll take it off so we can show you. See how that goes all the way through? And it kind of bends. And that's just something that's very interesting with these is they'll bend and continue to grow. But Colombian quartz. It's also known for being Lemurian quartz because it does have the growth lines, but it doesn't have them on all sides. And that's kind of unique to the Colombian quartz. This one is will retail for 85, and we're going to start that one at 30. And this one is my favorite, and I'll be heartbroken if anybody actually gets it, but it's a true haystack. There's no matrix. It just grew completely separate. I just had to contact at the base, and I got to put the black card so you can see. Hey, Colleen, thanks for joining. So you can see in the haystack, these are perfectly straight, perfectly clear, all kind of growing together. They don't actually interrupt each other, which is kind of fascinating. But again, I think we have one that bends. Let's see if I can find the one that bends. I think it's over here. Maybe not. Maybe it's a different one that bends. So this one is going to be 75. I'm going to run this for 25. Let's go ahead and run this. Anybody interested in a little bit of a Colombian quartz haystack specimen? And this is, a mini specimen. This block, for reference, is an inch by an inch by an inch. So it's a little over an inch and a half, I would say, or maybe 2 inches. I do have a little ruler here we can see for reference how big it is. So pretty amazing. Hello, Amy. Thanks for joining. We're about to run this Colombian quartz haystack. Let's see, where are my haystacks? Okay, we'll just do it on this one. And we're going to run it for 25. It's a steal. It's a steal. And believe me, everything is packed with absolute care. It's going to come to you absolutely in pristine condition and with the stand. You got to put this on a little pedestal. It deserves a pedestal. It's too big for a perky box, but you have to be able to see all those beautiful points. This is from the area that has Lemurian quartz. Lemurian quartz in Colombia is specifically interesting because it has the lines on the side, on every other side. So it's completely clear here, and then there'll be the growth lines on this side. So every other side has the growth lines, which is just strange, but is meant to. Does anybody know what Lemurian quartz is? Look at that bent one. There it is. I knew there was a bent one. Lemurian quartz is supposed to be have inscribed the messages from Lemuria, which is a lost island similar to Atlantis. And I think their evidence of Lemuria is lemurs in Madagascar. So I found out about that, maybe in the past couple of years. Um, and all quartz, well, can have those growth lines, but only in Colombia do they do it where are on every other side. So these are the original Lumerians. Anybody interested in this beauty? This is a standout. And this piece I'm going to run for 30. Let's see if anybody's interested in this one. I think it's amazing. And I'm ready to get it today. So if you don't, I'm taking it. No, actually, I'm going to list it on my website, and it's going to list for $85. And it would sell for $85 any day. It just, I want to not have to take photos of it and list it on my website. So, whatnot, it gives me that pleasure. And I love talking about the stones with you guys in person. Okay, well, I took it off the stand so that I could show you how pretty it was. And it is difficult to put on the stand because this goes right through. It's really just an amazing example. Okay. Well, I appreciate you looking at those. Um, So this is our mystery stone of the day. And Kyle already figured, announced it to everybody. Does anybody now who's on the show know what this stone is? Every show I try to do a mystery stone. There's no treatment. This is completely natural. It comes out of the ground, probably not this shiny, but when it oxidizes, this happens. Yes, Marcy, thank you. It's peacock ore. Technically, it's chalcopyrite, but when it comes to these kind of colors on it, they call it peacock ore and comes out of Mexico. Look at that. Amazing. So this one is a little heavy. Actually, I need to weigh it so I make sure I list it right, but I think it is a bit heavy. Yeah, it's going to be a half a pound. So shipping will be a little bit. So I'm going to give everybody a big discount on this. We're only going to start this at $10. Peacock ore from Mexico, everyone. Look at that. I mean, if you love orange flash, if you love pink flash, or if you love the actual turquoise, look at that. I mean, the backside's almost better with that turquoise and teal. I don't know which one I like better because I am partial to the orange and the red and the colors. Look at that. Amazing. Okay, we'll put this one to the side for now. Thanks for looking at this one. Just to remind anyone coming in, please like the show, follow, and bookmark. We do this every Thursday night between 6 p.m. Pacific and 8 p.m. We focus on crystals, but we do rough crystals. We do specimens and we do finished. So tonight we're kind of focused on pendants, and we've got some tourmalines, watermelon tourmaline. We've got a few Moldevite pendants, all wrapped in 925 silver. If you're interested, just let me know and I'd be happy to run one. And we can go through any of these. The pricing on these, they're going to vary, but um, the simpler ones here are going to start at 6, and they all come with the chains. And then they range from a $10 to a $30 start on this area. Moldavite is a $50 start, which is still literally a steal, because it's also wrapped in 925 silver. That's kind of a lot of silver there too. And then the tourmalines are going to start at 40. And so we have just a tourmaline barrel. It's a rubellite. And then we have 2 watermelon slices. But I've also got this Tanzanite rough, unheated Tanzanite, and I'm selling this as a buy it now, $1.50 per gram, not carat, per gram. So if you are interested, just let me know how much you'd like, and we can run that as a buy it now. And then same with Larimar, but the Larimar is $1 per gram. And the Larimar is technically rough, but it's also very polished. So it's almost a finished piece, almost like a tumble. So I think somebody took a lot of care in making this rough. One thing we haven't talked about, I also have bracelets. So these are 8 millimeter bracelets. They're extra long, so they're going to fit a wrist between 7.5 and 8 inches, which most of the 8 millimeters are going to be much smaller than that. So these are for the, men can wear these, which a lot of times it's too tight. I have very big wrists, so you can see how loose it is on me. This is rose quartz, clear quartz, and then Palo Santo. And then Palo Santo has made my whole room smell amazing. The Palo Santos, these are going to start at $3. And the quartz and rose quartz start at 4. Is anyone interested in a bracelet? Let me run one of the Palo Santos. We'll just start that at $3. $3, 8 millimeter Palo Santo bracelet. These are double banded. They're very sturdy. They held up forever. So, oh, thank you, Spicy Dragonfly. I appreciate it. And I have plenty. If somebody else wants one, can you buy 10? Yes, you can. And we're gonna let Spicy Dragon Queen get her Palo Santo bracelet. Congratulations. Thank you for your purchase. Well, now 9, LOL. No, I have more. That's cute. I think I have more than 10 in stock. Let's see what I have right here. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8. I have 8 here. I can go get more. I'd have to leave the show for a little bit. But is 8 enough? Since you're also the one who wanted 10. Okay. So you already got one. Would you like 8 more? And if so, then we would do, I don't know math. Christopher, are you on here? Can you tell me how much that is? 8's okay, good. Um, yeah, so it's 24. So let me run, thank you. Let me run this for you, Spicy Dragonfly. I will create a listing. They are hard to find. Like I sell them out really quickly. So let's see, it's buy it now, 24. And it's for 8. I pinned it so you can go ahead and buy that. I think you should be able to. Very good. Okay, so Palo Santo's off the table for tonight, but we still have clear quartz and rose quartz. We're going to start these, and then obviously buyer's choice, either one. I'm going to run these at $5. Ooh, let's go to auction. Here we go. And both of these are going to be out of Madagascar. Actually, the clear quartz is Himalayan quartz, and the rose quartz is Madagascar. These are so well made. Hey, Jean, thanks for joining. They're double strand elastic, and so they hold up forever. And they're larger size, so they're going to fit your wrist really well. I have a big wrist. This will fit up to an 8.5 if you stretch it. So I like these because men's wrists sometimes with these pre-made bracelets are just too large, but these fit a man's wrist very easily. No takers on the bracelets right now. Okay. Let me know if you're interested. They are off to the side, so I know they're not on the screen. Let me pull back a little bit. You can see the bracelets. Um, and just to remind everybody about the Tanzanite, $1.50 per gram. We'll do it as a buy it now. Just let me know how many grams you'd like. And then the Larimar, again, $1 per gram. And the Larimar is technically rough, but it's also very smooth. So this is almost like a finished stone. And what a steal for that, right? Um, I do have some other little shapes tonight that we could do if anybody's interested. We have a chevron amethyst moon. It is spectacular. It is $65 retail. Let's see, let me take it out of the stand. It's 4 inches. It's half a pound, so the shipping's gonna be a little bit. Okay, thanks for coming, Kyle. I really appreciate it. Tell Amy I said hello. And Otter B, thanks for joining. So this is gonna retail for 65. We're gonna run it tonight for 23. I mean, 23 for a large set chevron amethyst like this. Can't beat it. Opal Galaxy, thanks for joining. We are running this amethyst moon. Super duper. And let me make sure it's in camera. We're going to run this for 23. It doesn't come with the stand. That's the only stand I have right now. I apologize. But at 4 inches, it's still a good palm stone, really. And amethyst is going to be really helpful for those upper chakras, calm, peace. It's got some rainbows in it. You can see the rainbows? Yeah, we can see the rainbows. Okay, let me get that going. Starting at 23. That is a steal. I love the banding in it, the quartz. No takers on a moon. Well, that tells you what I'm just not running this show late at night. Definitely that needs to have an after dark mystic parcel. Actually, I just had boxes full of skulls, so we are going to have an after dark mystic parcel. Any of these pendants anybody's interested in? These solitaires are running for, hey, Refined Heart, thanks for joining. Yes, and they come in. I have all different sizes of skulls, so I'm going to have those next week with some of the spheres and shapes. I was saying earlier that I've also got some shapes of malachite lions. So the malachite lions are be perfect for Lionsgate, and then they would get to your house in time for Lionsgate. So we'll show those next week. Um, these solitaires I want to run for 6. If anybody's joining. And wants to see the solitaires, let me know. We can run those. This is green aventurine, mahogany. Again, chevron amethyst. Look at the chevron in that. This is just a beautiful one. And this is turquoise. So this is Hubei province turquoise. And this is Golden Hills turquoise. These would be $40. I'm going to run those tonight for 20. This is Petersite from South Africa. To me, this is the standout of the Petersites. This is another, I think, $40 one. Let's see. Yeah. So this one's 30. This one's 40. Those are the retail prices. So I'm just going to list those. I'm going to start the auction at 1/3 of this. So at $10 for this Petersite and 15 for this one. Anybody interested in a Petersite pendant? Hello, thanks for joining everyone. Please follow the channel. We do this every Thursday night at 6 p.m. You can bookmark the shows. If there's something specific you're interested in, feel free to let me know. We're going to run an auction right now. This is going to be a garnet in, it's really in feldspar, but it's a moonstone. This one's a $40 piece, all wrapped in 925 silver. And I'm going to actually run this for, we're going to run this for 15. If anybody's interested in a garnet pendant, that's about 1.5 inches long. It's a really good size. Um, let's see. We're going to run that at 15. Come on in, everyone. Feel free. We're going to do a buyer's givey tonight. So anybody who buys something is going to be qualified for that buyer's givey. And if you bookmark the 000 listing that says I'm live, I'm going to pin that right before we run the buyer's givey so everybody can be aware and come back in case you're going through channel to channel tonight. And we've been on an hour. I think I'm going to start a regular giveaway too. So no takers on the garnet. That's amazing. Okay, so let me start the giveaway. It's a followers giveaway, so everybody needs to follow and get into the giveaway. And I'll go and pull what we get to choose from tonight. So we got a couple of things to choose from. For anybody who doesn't know, you can click the giveaway in the corner here, but you have to be a follower to get in. Let me go around the table a little bit here and grab our giveaway items. We have 2 palm stones and an amethyst from Durango, Mexico. So this is an amethyst with botryoidal amethyst on quartz. No, I'm sorry, it's fluorite from Durango, Mexico. It's purple, so I just think amethyst. But the fluorite comes right through. I love this one. And then, or you can have a good palm stone, rose quartz palm stone. And this is a ruby and zoisite palm stone. So it's got the ruby glow. I know when it's daylight, it doesn't fluoresce as much, but so whoever wins the follower giveaway can pick one of these 3. And we'll do this a couple more times tonight. And then I don't think I said, but the buyer givey is Iceland spar, optical calcite piece, about 2 inches by 1 inch. It's an amazing piece. And it's really hard to find actual Iceland spar now. So this is great. But this is the buyer's givey. So go on and get into the followers givey. I'm going to take a drink of water. I hadn't had a drink of water the whole time. Anybody have anything they're specifically looking for? What is your favorite stone? While I take a drink, everybody kind of tell me real quick, what's your favorite stone? I'd really like to know. It helps me pick what I want to show in the next live. Hey, Mandy Lynn, thanks for joining. Baked Phantom, I already like your name. Oh, Plant Mom, Baked Plant Mom. Christopher also pointed out last week, I cannot read. Dyslexia is a real thing, people, but it just makes it more fun. Golden Healer, I agree. Golden Healer is a great one. Yeah, it's a super healer, right? Anybody else? Oh, I do too. Anything moonstone, I love. And anything with moonstone, I love. Um, Amanda, have you seen this? This is from the Paula mine in California. It is aquamarine with moonstone. So let me see if I can put it with a black card. Oh, thank you for finding us then. Well, the show's relatively new. This is my third show. Feel free to follow and bookmark. We're always doing something new. But yeah, so this is a California piece, and it's got a little bit of moonstone at the bottom, two tones of aquamarine, and then the back is like super aquamarine. Um, I was joking earlier, you could really take this out and polish both sides. And I took the sticker off because it's kind of hard to see the back if it had the price on it. So all these stickers are the retail prices. This one is going to retail for 35, but I can run it for 12. Anybody interested in this? Amanda, you want me to run this one? The chains are complimentary. So you're really just buying the pendant. Let me see. Can run this. And then any of the pendants, if anybody sees one they're interested in, feel free to let me know, and I can get you a price on that, and or we can run the auction. Lady Bestie, thanks for joining. I love the bow in your hair. It's amazing. Hey, Suzanne, thanks for joining. Oh, Alana, under Suzanne's name. Thanks for joining. We're actually running an auction right now for this aquamarine from the Polyamine, and wrapped in 925 silver, open back. You're the jewelry lady anyway, so you'll probably know exactly what I'm looking at here. Oh, we're running our winner. Okay, the giveaway is to Elitzo. Elitzo, you get to pick your giveaway. You have a choice between the rose quartz. This is Madagascar rose quartz, palmstone, amethyst, not amethyst. I said it again. Fluorite from Durango, Mexico, with the fluorite coming right through, or the ruby and zoisite palmstone with the UV reaction on the ruby. So just pick which one you want, and then the next giveaway will have whatever remains. You get the first pick. In the meantime, just as a reminder, everyone, we have the Tanzanite rough, $1.50 a gram, not a carat per gram. This is not heated. And it's very blue. I think it's definitely polishable, not it can't be faceted. It's not facet quality. But this is kind of a buy it now. So if you just let me know how many grams you want, we'll run it as a buy now, $1.50 per gram. And then Larimar. This is really good quality Larimar. And it is rough, but it's kind of polished too. So I was saying this is really almost like a finished stone. And this is $1 per gram. Isn't it? It's a great deal on the Tanzanite. And I'm a real stooge when it comes to um, well, I'm really strict when it comes to Tanzanite and being heated. Heated is fine, but the heated removes the pleochroism. So if you see your Tanzanite like this, where you can see the multicolors, then you know it has not been heated. I also have a really nice Larimar pendant. This one right here. And this one is 40. So we're going to run this for 15. And then I have another Larimar that's not pretty. And I think they actually took the cab and polished the wrong side because the back's beautiful. But because of that, this is 30, and we're going to run this for 10. Is anybody interested in running the 15 or the 10 on the Larimar pendant? Again, wrapped in 925 silver, open back, really good quality piece. If you know a good lapidary, they could polish the pretty side and make a much better piece. I'm not sure what they were thinking here, but I just thought it was funny. And again, all these chains are going to be complimentary for anybody who buys tonight. I'm going to run the pretty one. Let's see how we do. That's right. We're going to go with 15. And this is classic Larimar with the nice blue. Let me put a black card behind it so you can see. And it kind of models the ocean. If you've ever been down to the Dominican Republic, this is the stone of the Dominican Republic, but this is what the sand looks like, the water into the sand. And then, and this is the rocky shore. It's literally how their beaches look. So, but you can only find this stone in the Dominican Republic. For anybody who wasn't aware, it's one of my favorites. And then, Alana, these are in no way the quality that you guys have, but what I love about this is Colombian haystacks. Great example. Has the classic Colombian Lemurian lines where it's got the markings on every other edge of the quartz. Very straight, very clear. This isn't the best quality. It's got a little bit of yellow to it. It probably could be cleaned up, but I'm not, I haven't done that yet because I haven't listed on my website. When I list it, it'll be $60, but I'm running this for 20. It's a wonderful specimen. I probably need to stay still for a minute so you can see how wonderful it is. There we go. I'm going to run this for 20. Colombian quartz. And this is a haystack. Colombia is also known for these. They're known for the straight and the clear and the laser points. It's a great piece. We're very careful packing these so that you would get this. It is a steal. It is a steal. These, even $60 is a good buy on this when I list at retail. So starting at 20 is a steal. 10 seconds left. Come on, guys. Any interest? Floatin, West Virginia. Thanks for joining. I'm assuming WV is West Virginia. West Virginia has whitewater rafting. That's amazing. Okay, so did anybody see if we had a pick on the Givey? Elitzo won, but I didn't see any decision. So we're just going to pick for Elitzo. And I'm picking the Ruby and Zoisite because I love anything with a superpower. Superpowers. That's what Ruby does. Let's run another one of these pendants. I've got lapis. And what I love about this is all coming from the same material. My source, what he does is he gets the rough and then he picks what he's going to do with different pieces. And so obviously with this, he's just kind of showing the structure. This is a lower quality Larimar. It's very pyrite heavy, but he took pieces that were very lazurite heavy and made pendants. And they're amazing. So here's one. And I've made this difficult with myself by putting all these on here, but I wanted to show you all the choices. I'm going to make a knot. Oh my goodness. Discuss amongst yourself. The Whiskey Rebellion was neither whiskey nor rebellion. I said that because Whiskey 68 just joined. Okay. Recompose. So look at that. It's amazing lapis. It's so blue. And it's the same material from the same lot of material. But you can see he just took the heart of the blue. And it does still have pyrite in it. Wrapped in 925 silver, open back. I'm going to retail these for 30, but we're going to run this tonight for 10. Get in there, guys. You need this. I love lapis. Lapis is a wonderful throat chakra stone. It also with the lazurite can tend to be purple, opening that third eye. Depends on how you want it. What I love as a pendant is it really, falls right around that throat chakra into the heart chakra and really helps giving you that confidence to communicate. If you have any problems with partners communicating, nobody takers on the lapis. That's okay. Thanks for just looking at these pretty pendants. Is there any of them that and you would be interested in seeing? Um, we haven't run the green tourmaline yet. This is also in a moonstone. If Amanda's still on, that's a wonderful one. That's a great heart stone. And the moonstone really helps, obviously for the moon. This is a white moonstone, so it's really good for the full moon. Let's see what else we've got. Let me pull up some more. We've not done the sunstones because I make a mess. Not professional. That's the slogan of tonight. I'm not professional. Let's do some moonstones. I'm sorry, sunstones. So I have two sizes of sunstones. This one's about 1.5 inches. I'm not a professional, anyone. Um, Beautiful, sparkly, sparkly, almost a confetti sunstone. And then this one's got black tourmaline in it. So I love that because that's really, attached to the sacral, to the solar plexus, but also with that black tourmaline keeps you very grounded. You guys. I wanted the lapis, but it was setting up the payment details. Well, go ahead and set up the payment details and let me know and we can run it again. Take your time. I know it's a little bit of setting up when you're first starting with whatnot. So just let me know and we can run that again. Oh, wonderful. Let's do that then. So we're going to run our lapis. That's right. We were doing that for 10. Let's do that again. Yeah, it's a great example, a great piece. It's got the pyrite running through it. 925 silver. It comes with a complimentary chain. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Koi IV. That's what I've decided to pronounce it. Oh, wonderful. So, congratulations, Koi IV. What a wonderful purchase. Thank you. Our next one, this one came as a oh, okay, there you go, Koi 4. This is on demand. I think Christopher specifically wanted this one. This is fairy quartz from Bukanatuk, South Africa. And we're gonna run this one. We're gonna run this for $8. And don't feel like Christopher needs to be the only one that wins, that bids on this one. This is a great piece. It's cactus quartz or fairy quartz. It's got a druzy over it. It could be citrine, but this one actually comes with an amethyst tip. So let me get the black card so you can see. Oh, it's got two amethyst tips. And I can't breathe. Christopher thinks this looks like a phallus. And I did show it last week. Yes. Congratulations, Christopher. You won a sparkly penis. It was just for you. All right. I'm so glad I got to do that. We didn't have much luck with the amethyst moon, but we also have selenite or satin spar. This is not true selenite. This is satin spar, which is another form of gypsum moons. And I'm just running these for $3. I have a couple, but so if anybody's interested, you don't have to fight it out. We can do this more than once. This is wonderful to just lay with your jewelry. You can put your rings on this at night and it helps charge those. So it's really nice to have on your bedside table. Selenite is naturally cleansing. It also just absorbs negativity. Um, if you're familiar with gypsum, then you know what I'm talking about because gypsum is the same thing as sheetrock and it goes into the walls and absorbs the moisture in your house. It's always constantly absorbing. It's used for builders, but in this form, it is a stone and a crystal. And so it is really intended to kind of absorb negative energy. No takers on a $3 moon. This is not my night for moons. Okay, so we will try moons, later. For now, no moons. I read you over and out. Let's try another pendant though. I have this lapis, not lapis, labradorite pendant from Madagascar, super flash. It's got a little bit of orange and blue. Again, this is really a throat chakra. I love the reflection of labradorite because it kind of reflects back any negativity so it never comes towards you. It never gets absorbed by you. Yeah, it's really pretty. Wrapped in 925 silver. Comes with a complimentary chain. I'm going to retail this for 25, but we're going to run this for 12. So let me get this going. Here, put a little black card behind it so you can kind of see. Focus is better. And honestly, labradorite is a feldspar, similar to any other moonstone, but the way that the layers sit creates a super flash. And this is from Madagascar as well. And these are specifically shaped for that, to get the flash, right? Sometimes you'll get, and I have a labradorite sphere tonight. It's hard on spheres to get the flash all over, but with cabochons, they kind of shape them so they do hit right. No takers on that. Okay, no worries. Thank you for looking at it. Our hero of the night here is our Moldevite pendants. So I'm going to do buyer's choice on the Moldevites. These are all in 925 silver, open in the back. They're going to come with a complimentary silver chain that has an S clasp instead of a claw, which I find so nice for old hands that don't like to do claws. So S clasp. So these are gonna run at $50. They retail for 150 every day. I'm gonna list these for 150. But for tonight, I'm just starting this at $50. Everybody needs a piece of moldavite. Very high vibration stone. Can really help with any kind of meditation, getting to higher levels, dimensions. Yeah, most people would pay 200. And Moldavite uh, is a limited source tektite or pseudo tektite out of um, the Czech Republic. No takers. For some people, this will give you that a flush, and they call it the Moldavite flush because it is so high vibration. I don't react to it that way. Jean's saying that she does. And so if you connect with Moldavite, this is a really an amazing piece to have and you can wear it which I love. So, okay, no takers right now. We're going to go ahead and put these to the side, but we can run it again anytime. We'll keep it right here to the side. Also, superstar of the show is our tourmalines. We've already sold one tonight. This is our last three. We've got two watermelons, one with the green outside, pink inside, one with the pink outside, green inside, and they're both wrapped in 925 silver, open back, so both sides very transparent. And then we have the rubelite tourmaline barrel, um, pink core, clear outside. So it kind of sparkles if we can keep it in focus. And these are $40 buyer choice. So I'm going to run this, our tourmalines, and it's just really hard to find a really good watermelon tourmaline already wrapped in as a pendant. These slices are really thick, so they're sturdy, and a lot of times they cut them so thin they break. So I really like how these are cut, how they're wrapped. Again, the silver chain complimentary with the S clasp. No takers. Okay, no worries. We'll touch on this pendant one more time. These are $6 pendants, $6 starts. And this one is a chevron amethyst. And the way it was cut is so amazing. So it actually gets the chevron in it. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Only $6. Complimentary chain, cotton, coated cotton, much more comfortable than leather. Any interest in that? Look at the transparency in that. Beautiful. Chevron amethyst is from India, I believe, but these were all shaped and polished in Brazil. So the stone went to Brazil to get finished. But they do a great job. They pick the best pieces of the stones to shape. No takers? Oh, Koi came in at the end. Good. Congratulations. Thank you for your purchase. Put that in the Koi pile. Wonderful. And, Koi's now going to be in for the buyer's givey later, but everyone, be sure to stay on for the buyer's givey. And that is for that satin spar, not satin spar, Iceland spar, calcite. It's very exciting. Let's see. What do we want to do next? Let's run the sunstone palmstone. And these are $15 start. These are on my website already at $36. And they don't have the tourmaline in them. So this is sunstone from India with black tourmaline. It's going to be a great palm stone, helps with meditation, helps to inspire action, stay grounded. I think is a really nice shape as well. Just to put on your desk. It's a wonderful thing to have during work to put on your desk. No takers on that one, no worries. Just to remind everybody who's coming in, you can see we have Tanzanite rough. We're selling this for $1.50 a gram, not carat, a gram. And this is unheated, untreated Tanzanite. Just let me know if you're interested, how much you'd like, and we can run that as a buy. And then also the Larimar. So Larimar rough is $1 a gram, and it's not that rough. I mean, look how pretty that is. Already really kind of polished. It's almost like a tumble, but $1 a gram. So just let me know if you're interested and how much you'd like, and we can run that as a buy now. What do we want to go with next? We have the bracelets. We can always run those bracelets again. This is Himalayan quartz, known for its super clarity, and Madagascar rose quartz, 8 millimeter beads. Blip Bleep. I love it. That's a good name. Every time I curse, Blip Bleep. So we can run these for $5 each. One of the things we haven't looked at tonight is if there's any fans out there for fluorite. I have these fluorite specimens from France. These are kind of standouts. Yellow fluorite from France, super UV, very good crystal structure. Let me see if I can get this. Yeah, these are amazing, especially if you're a collector. These are great specimens. Um, Yellow fluorite from France is very desirable, but usually they're bigger pieces, so they're hard to afford. What I love about these is that they're all perky size. I do have some specimens that are a little bigger than perky size and they have barite on them. This one also has a little piece of barite on it. Um, this is from Avignon. Uh, let's see. Let me show you the bigger pieces. So this is barite blades with the yellow fluorites. Amazing little pieces there, but it's a little bit too big for a perky box. Still does the UV beauty. Amazing. Superpowers. I'm running all these for 20. So this is amazing just for the cube itself. $20. Let's run this one. So it's fluorite with barite from France. I don't know if I put this on the listing, so we'll just say 20. A spectacular specimen. I would list this on my website for 60 as well. So, I'm just kind of running this for 20. For anybody who doesn't know, I have a website, mysticparcel.com, where I do list a lot of curated pieces, but to go, it takes a lot of effort to take photos and list everything. So if I can sell it here, just talking to you about it, it saves me money and you get the bargain of not having to have that markup. So $20 specimen from France. Look at that, it's amazing. So I have a number of those pieces. If you wanted to see another one, this is a great perky with Patty Melt to comics. I love it, Patty Melt. And also the perkies, have their own little stands, which I love. And you get the perky box with it. But this is barite with fluorite instead of fluorite with barite. It's just got a lot more barite to it. See if we can light it so you can kind of see the barite and the crystal structure. It's fluorite's cubic, but this is kind of a half a cube. It forgot its other half. Um, and then it has a superpower. It's UVs, yes. So, get that black light from college and pull out your fluorites. But French fluorites are rare. If you find them, they're usually really big and difficult to afford. So these are really nice, perky size. I'm going to run this in as well for this one's going to be 25. French fluorite It's actually a barite with fluorite. It'll come with a specimen card in this perky, and it has a really nice perky stand. No takers, no problem. Okay, so I want to move on to some Lumerian quartz. So earlier we saw, and I can always run our haystacks. These are from Colombia, but I also have clusters of Colombian quartz. This one's tabular, but Colombian quartz is known as that original Lumerian quartz. Does anybody know what Lemurian quartz is or the story of Lemuria? So it's supposed to have been a location similar to Atlantis. And the Lemurians left all their records into the lines of quartz. So if you see the lines here, now you can get quartz that has the growth lines anywhere, but if you hold on to it, it's supposed to, impart with the knowledge of the Lemurians. And the reason why Columbian quartz is that original Lumerian quartz is because it only has growth lines every other side. So all quartz is six-sided, but growth lines for some reason in the Columbian quartz only grow on every other side. So it's going to be here but not there, and it's here but not there. It's just odd. And these clusters have a little chloride in them. Beautiful formations, absolutely no damage. I'm gonna run this for $10. It's a steal. I mean, genuine Colombian Lemurian quartz, tabular quartz. This is a $30 to $40 piece. Tabular is rare. Colombian, perfect with no damage, rare. But quartz at any moment is going to be your amplifying stone. It can be programmed to do and help you with anything that you would like. And it just wants to help. So somebody earlier said their favorite quartz was the Golden Healer quartz. I think just clear quartz. I love it. It comes in so many shapes and sizes. Okay, no takers on the tabular one. So that was honestly the lower priced ones, but I do have some pretty, if you just want a point, where are my points? Probably in front of me, and I don't know. Oh, it is in front of me. Okay. So one of the things that Colombians are also known for is they're kind of pyramids. So they come to a point and they get wider, as opposed to a traditional quartz point. So these are Colombian natural point, undamaged, beautiful crystals, beautiful growth lines. We got the Lemurian lines, and then I also have one that's a little tabular. These would be, I would run these for $10 each. And then buyer's choice. Anybody interested in that? Let's go ahead and run those $10 each. And then just to keep in mind, this is going to be a $20 piece. It's a bit of a cluster of quartz. Again, no damage to the points and the tips. And this little, do you see the fracture rainbow lines in that? Does anybody know what that is? What happens is there's a stop in the growth, or there's actually a fracture, and the quartz heals itself and continues to grow. So this tip was not attached at some point in its history, and it healed itself and put itself back together, and it creates little rainbows. So this one's a special piece as well. So I'm going to run that one next at 25, but these are going to be buyer's choice, $10. Colombian Lumerian quartz. Look at that. You can see right through to the necklaces and the scarf. That's amazing how crystal clear that is. But then on this side, you get the lines. And that's what I'm talking about. It's unique to Colombian. Most of the time, if you're going to see growth lines, you're going to see growth lines on all edges. And in Colombian quartz, you only see it on every other side. This is your original Lemurian quartz. No takers on Lemurian quartz. Well, I just love telling you guys about it. So thank you for listening to my stories. Now, this was the mystery stone for the show. Anybody know what our mystery stone is? Every show, I like to have a mystery stone. Sometimes I don't even know what it is. This one I do know. Does anybody know? Okay, so Christopher learned tonight that it was peacock ore because he's been on the show longer. So thank you for learning, Christopher. Appreciate that. Peacock ore is the common name. But does anybody know the mineral name? It is chalcopyrite. And it comes out of the ground and it doesn't have this kind of coating. So this is not artificial. It is not applied. It forms when the stone comes out and oxidizes. Yeah, super flashy, very pretty. And it's called peacock ore because you do see all these shades. This one is just spectacular because it goes from the blues through to the reds. You get the whole rainbow. And then the even better, the backside has that saturation. Look at that. That's why it's called peacock ore. Now this is a half a pound, so it will be a little heavy to ship, but I'm only running it for $10. And this is a $50 piece. So I'm adjusting the shipping just so it's covers. And then we're just gonna do $10 start. And let's get it going here. Woo. There we go. Somebody needs to take this home. I know it's calling to somebody. Look at that koi. Absolutely. Yeah, and you are probably gonna get all this for free shipping too. So, everybody's shipping max is out at $8.88. So, for the, I guess, first 5 pounds, you don't get an extra, shipping. Anybody else interested in this? Or we letting Koi have it? Great. Congratulations. You've gotten some great special pieces tonight. Thank you for your purchase. Okay, I'm gonna run another giveaway. So it's a followers giveaway. If you buy tonight, you also qualify for the buyers giveaway. So keep that in mind. We're gonna run that in a little bit. But a follower giveaway means you have to follow. And then when you enter, you get to choose between the rose quartz palm stone and the purple fluorite from Durango, Mexico, where the fluorite goes all the way through. And we'll have to see how if this one UVs. Let me start the giveaway and then we'll see if it UVs. Follow our giveaway. So everybody can enter just by clicking the giveaway and entering. You have to be on your mobile app and you have to have followed. And I appreciate everybody's follow. And so, definitely want to do those giveaways. It's good karma to give away. Oh, yes. So this is super special. So, just to let you know, this is a little piece, but I have a 12-inch by 8-inch, 12-pound plate of this. And I haven't decided if I'm going to sell it yet, but I'll hopefully have a stand for it and put it back on the shelves for next week and we can see it. But yeah, super UV. And the fluorite goes all the way through, which is kind of amazing. So it's on a matrix of quartz. This is a third eye. Okay, so and we all know beautiful rose quartz from Madagascar, $20 value. And those are just for the follower giveaway. Can you imagine what the buyer giveaway is? Which I already said was Iceland Spar. So let's look at these cabochons again, not cabochons, but pendants. This is a good one that we haven't run yet. If anybody's interested in ocean jasper, I don't have any confirmation. Look at that. I am not a professional. And septarian is a very strong stone because it didn't break. Um, so this is not ocean jasper to my knowledge, but it's definitely orbicular jasper. So I'm just going to call it a river jasper because I don't have anything telling me that it's ocean, but it's gorgeous and it looks very reminiscent of the ocean jasper. This is going to be I would list this on my website for 40. So I'm going to run this for I'll run it for 15. Wrapped in 925 silver, you get this chain complimentary. Let's see. That's a steel. Whether it's ocean jasper or orbicular jasper, the beauty of it is what tells the story here. It's almost a picture like a impressionist painting. And it looks like flowers in a field. They did a wonderful job picking this piece. And you can see the orbicular goes all the way through. Hello, Autumn, Leanne. Thanks for joining. It does look like Monet. Okay, no takers on that one. That's fine. I really appreciate you looking at it. Were there any of these other pendants that you're interested in? One of the ones we haven't run yet is this tourmaline, green tourmaline. Everybody needs a green tourmaline. It is not only a heart stone, it is a heart fighter, right? So it fights for you, for self love, keeps you self love centered, especially when you're struggling with a bad relationship or trying to deal with what you see in the mirror and you don't like what you see in the mirror. This is where it stands up for you. Green tourmaline. I have a wonderful green tourmaline palm stone, but this is also in feldspar, so it's got a little moonstone flash to it. This one is again, it's $40 retail, but I'm going to list it for 15. Wrapped in 925 silver, beautiful polish. And I know I talk a lot. Feel free to stop and ask questions. If I am going too fast, I don't mind slowing down. I like to chat as much as anybody. Everybody needs to enter that giving. There's only one entered. This is a follower giveaway with a choice between a fluorite and a rose quartz. So get in that giving. We got 41 seconds. Competing entries here. We can either get the green tourmaline for 15 or you get in that follower giveaway. No takers on this. 26 seconds for the giveaway. I bet I know who will win. The one person who entered. I've never seen this happen where there's only one person in the giveaway for the follower giveaway. Roberto Rosa, come on, get in there. All you have to do is follow. Adam, Megan, come on. Nope. Everybody's gonna let it go. 3, 2, 1. Let's see who wins. Jean won the giveaway. That's awesome. Congratulations. Congratulations, Jean. You get to pick between the fluorite, I know, and the rose quartz. The fluorite, that's a great pick. Great pick. You'll have to come back next week so you can see the big fluorite plate. But this is a beautiful example, and I know you're going to love it. Right. You have to be on the mobile app. I don't think it does it on iPads. No worries. Okay, anybody joining who didn't see our Moldavite? These are kind of the hero of the night. We've got three choices to choose from. It's um, the Moldavite is wrapped in 925 silver. Very well done. Open in the back. Running these at a $50 start. They're going to retail in my store for $150. They're beautiful pendants and come with complimentary silver chain. We'll go ahead. Hello, Carosa. Thanks for joining. We're about to run these Moldavites. Moldavite pendant from Czech Republic, running for $50. Um, Retail, this is $150. Easy. These are wonderful quality Moldavite, if I can get it in focus. Moldavite is a pseudo-tektite that was created by the impact of um, a meteorite in um, Europe about 28 million years ago. Let's see. I actually have a little card that is going to come with them, and I can tell you about it. Estimated to have occurred 14 million years ago and was created when a meteor that impacted with the velocity that vaporized all the surrounding material and ejected all this into the atmosphere. And when it came back down, and that's one of the things I love about Moldavite, is when it came back down, it was flying and it cooled. And so all of them have the texture that they captured at the moment that they entered the atmosphere and cooled. And it's just captured what happened to this piece of glass 14 million years ago. And so nobody polishes it off. They just take the shape and wrap it. And I think that's so special. So you have a little piece that's been to space. And that's what Moldavite is. It's a pseudotektite, um, like a piece of obsidian. But instead of it being lava that came out of the volcano, this is material that got ejected that was on the earth, went into space, and came back. So it's an astronaut. These are astronaut stones. I've declared Moldavite astronaut stones tonight, everyone. So please, tell your neighbor. I'm going to run these one more time for all the people that joined. Thank you, Kat. Thank you, Moody Girl, and Danny for joining. We're running a Moldavite chain and 925 a pendant in 925 silver with a complimentary silver chain. Buyers pick between these three. They're retail for $150, and but we're starting them tonight at $50. This is a great gift for anybody that loves things from space, or if they like high vibration stones. Moldavite's known for that. And then it's just a pretty green stone too. No takers. Okay, we'll put this to the side right now. One of the things we haven't run tonight is the turquoise. So I have two turquoises. Who knew we were going to get through all this stack? Okay, so I have two turquoises. This is Hubei province turquoise, which is really known for that deep saturated turquoise. These aren't stabilized. These are hand cabbed and polished, wrapped in 925 silver. I'm going to list this for retail at $30. We're going to run this for 20 tonight. And then Golden Hills turquoise, which is Persian and has a little bit more modeling to it. And really, the webbing is what it's known for. So it's a great example. And this one is going to be 40, and we'll run this one. This one is, oh, sorry. So the 30 we're running for 15, the 40 we're running for 20. Anybody interested in a turquoise pendant? Let me run it and see how it goes. So let's run the 15, the Hubei first. I have a lot of rough turquoise that's American. I'm in Nevada, so Nevada's known for our turquoise, but I don't have any finished cabs. This is a China piece, and Hubei is very desirable because of the saturation of the color. It's very reminiscent of Sleeping Beauty, which is the really Tiffany blue turquoise that came out of Arizona. No takers. No worries. Since I took this down. I know we have a couple new people. Danny, thanks for joining. Kimura and is it Lawher? Lowher? We also have a labradorite sphere. There's a septarian sphere on the floor. There goes its stand to meet it. And let's just remember, everyone, what's the slogan? I am not a professional. I am not a professional, but we also have 8 millimeter uh, beaded bracelets for $5. Would do a $5 start. They're double strand, really well made, and they're larger than the standard 8 millimeter bracelet. So I have a very, I have a large wrist, and so it fits an 8-inch wrist. So it's good for males who sometimes can't wear these because they are too small. But an 8 millimeter is a really good size. 7.5 to 8 inch, and this is clear quartz from the Himalayan quartz. It's Himalayan. And then rose quartz from Madagascar. So if we want to, it'll be buyer's choice. And we'll run these bracelets. One bracelet, buyer's choice, $5 starts. I need to change that listing. Don't want you to pay too much for shipping. So let me reduce the shipping. $5 start and start. Himalayan quartz is known for actually being a little cloudy on the outside, but when you actually polish and get the rind off of the quartz, this is what's inside. It's water clear, and it's really not even damaged. So it's the highest quality. I love that they actually use it to make these beads. I've never seen anybody. Usually they're like Brazilian, but the Himalayan quartz, very high vibration. And then rose quartz from Madagascar. They have the best rose quartz. Love it. Thank you for watching that. Just as a reminder, everyone, we have Tanzanite by the gram. So this is Tanzanite rough, unheated, untreated, and it's $1.50 a gram. So this is a buy it now. If you're interested, just tell me how many grams you want. We'll do a buy it now for $1.50 a gram, not a carat. And then we also have Larimar at $1 a gram. And this is rough, but it's almost tumbled. It's so polished. So this could, just be a piece of a pendant right there. But again, $1 a gram. Let's see. And we have a couple of Colombian quartz. We've shown already tonight. This is called haystack quartz. Colombia is known for its really stick straight quartz. And you can also see it's also known for tapering to the point. So the base is a little bit bigger, it tapers to a point. Really clear. These are the original Lumerians. They have the growth lines on them. And the growing in these little haystacks. They're very fragile, but you'll see these examples have no damage. So the miners cared about them when they took them out. And my vendor cared about them, but when he gave them to me, and now I'm going to care with them for like a baby, so they get to you safe and sound. These are calling to your home. They want to be in your space. They're amazing pieces. This one is 75 retail. This one's 60 retail. I'm going to list this one. We're going to start this at 23, and we'll start this one at 30. So let's start with our 23. Lemurian, Colombian, quartz haystack. Just want to make sure the shipping's right on this one too. 23 to start. What a steal. Super clear. Pretty in pink boutique. I love it. Do you have a show? Do you do live on whatnot as well? Miss Pretty in Pink and Face Wood Burning. Thank you guys for checking out the show. Everyone, take a moment to follow the show, bookmark any of our next shows. We do this live every Thursday night between 6 and 8. We run a buyer's givey and for all buyers in the show, and we run a few follower giveaways throughout the night. Um, we're going to be wrapping up here in about 10 minutes. So I'm going to pin the buyer givey so everybody knows to come in. Um, and we'll do the buyer giveaway here in a little bit. It is a optical calcite, or also known as satin. Nope, I said it wrong. Iceland spar. Too many spars. This is a $30 value. Anybody who's been a buyer, go ahead and get into that givey. It's the same as optical calcite, but it's specifically from Iceland, and they can only mine it through 3 months of the year. Look how beautiful that is. And so this is just waiting under the ice and the permafrost for people to get this. This is the one that pirates use to look at the stars. It is, and I think it's Vikings, not pirates. But what happens is when it's overcast and there's no stars for sailors, they have to, it's not even stars. It's really the sun during the day. It's just, everything that they do on the ocean is navigation by the stars and the sun. And when it's cloudy, they had nothing. But this would reflect the sun so they could tell what time it was, even when it was a cloudy day. So that's called a sunstone for that reason. But obviously, there is also sunstone. I do too. I love it. But iolite does that too. Iolite's a very is this stone over here that's navy, that top polish. That's on the top row right there. That one actually does the same thing. When it's a cloudy day, you can still see it'll still reflect the sun. So it is also a sunstone. So it doesn't have to be clear, but this was really pretty. We're wrapping up the show with a buyer's giveaway. I appreciate everybody coming in and checking out the show. We do this every Thursday night. Please follow the shop and bookmark our shows. You can message me if there's anything specifically you're interested in. I try to do some variety. I love everything. So, but it's focused mostly on crystals. Next week, we're going to do shaped and polished stones. I've got malachite lions for Lionsgate. I've got some turtles and kittens and elephants. I've got some silver obsidian elephants that are amazing. They're unique shaped elephants. So anybody who knows me knows I love a good elephant. We also have skulls we're doing next week. I've got spiders and moons. So, remember next week, roll tid. Um, then the next week, the last week of July, I'm going to do an archive where I just pull out collector specimens that I have that I've bought flats from estates, and we're going to go through them and get some deals on some old rare stones that you can't get anymore. It'll be our own gem show, rock and mineral show. Okay, so we've got 2 minutes to go on the buyer's give. Let's do one more um, item for the night. I want to run this one. This is our beautiful self-healed Colombian quartz. If it healed itself, it'll heal you. That's my, slogan. But it's just kind of an amazing piece and no damage on any of the tips. We're going to run this for $20. Last chance to get something tonight. Oh, there we go. Beautiful rainbow, beautiful self-healed point. For anybody who doesn't know what self-healed is, it means that this broke. This tip was not attached to this quartz crystal at some point, and something interfered with it, and then it healed itself and reattached itself. And there is a little bump right here, so you can feel that it did a little bump, but also it's Colombian. Colombian quartz has this, the Lemurian lines. It's the original Lemurian quartz with the growth lines. No takers on that. It's a beautiful piece. It feels amazing just holding it in my hand. Um, and then let's run the tourmalines one more time. This is buyer's pick of Brazilian tourmaline. We've got a rubellite tourmaline barrel, and we've got slices of watermelon tourmaline, green with pink or pink with green. Buyer's choice. We're going to run this for $40. Buyer's choice starting now. Okay, we're running the buyer's givey. Christopher won. Congratulations, Christopher. You got yourself. I don't even remember you bought something. What did you buy? I don't mean to be rude, guys. Christopher's one of my best friends. Oh, that's right. You bought the crystal penis. Wonderful. And Christopher, you think I'm joking, but they actually do sell crystal penises. It's a big crystal thing to have a penis shaped. Congratulations, Christopher. Okay, so no takers on the tourmaline. We're going to do one more chance on the Moldevite. So these are Moldavite wrapped pendants from Czech Republic, wrapped in 925 silver, really great quality. This is the natural stone of Moldavite, and it is has a complimentary silver chain, buyer's choice on the shape. We're going to run these for $50. Now these are going to retail 150 in my store every day, but until I get it listed, you get the opportunity to get a piece of Moldavite for $50, and it's a real value. Moldavite is known as it's a glass, it's a tektite, and you'll see this one has visible bubbles. Rarely do real crystal and have bubbles in this, but this isn't a crystal. This is a glass, and it was formed flying from space after a meteor hit the Earth over by the Ukraine, and hit all this material into space, and it landed in the Czech Republic. So they're still mining it today and finding it, but less and less material, and it's 14 million years old. So I'm just glad I got to share all this with you, and that you guys were here to see it. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you being here. I will do this again next Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific. In the meantime, if there's anything that you want to have on the show or question about anything you see in the background, just feel free to message me. And I will see you guys again next week. Thank you so much. Oh, we're going to do a raid. Let's do a raid. Who do we have on here? Love and Light. We're gonna send you over to Love and Light. Rating now. When you get there, everybody put in hearts for the raid.